Today's tip is brought to you by Carbon Express, when accuracy counts. Quacks and Racks, LLC, Outdoor Apparel. Fisherman Custom Rods and Tackle. What's going on, YouTube? Headquarters of Twig and Timber Archery and Outdoors is located in New York. So today, I'm going to run through what I usually take on a bank fishing New York pond or lake trip. Alright? Come with me. First and foremost, you have to have a polarized pair of sunglasses. I go cheap. These ones by Yum are like $5, but they work just the same, especially if, you're not a tournament angler, okay? They work great, they're pretty comfortable, and if people have comfort problems, throw on like a shameless plug here, okay? Quacks and Racks, LLC, alright? Throw on a pair of wraparounds, helps a lot. Alright guys, so normally my day trips for pond and lake fishing are usually about up to 4 hours at the longest and about 2 hours at the shortest. I live right on a really large lake, about 30,000 acres, and it's really nice to be able to get out and hit up some harbors and hit up some marinas and stuff like that. So what I'll show is what I usually take on me for a shorter 2 to 4 hour trip. First and foremost, if you're going to be fishing around a ton of different people, it's usually pretty wise to not take your best stuff with you, okay? So what I have right here, this is I picked up a pretty inexpensive bait caster setup, okay? I believe this is a Silver Max. Yeah, it's a Silver Max, Apple Garcia Silver Max. It's important because I like to throw a lot of top water stuff and I really like to throw a lot of heavy jigs. So probably use that a little bit, try and get some good marina distance and some bay action going. And of course, if I'm going to do any jigging or light tackle stuff, you of course need to have a spinning reel. And this is a Vortex by Gander Mountain. It's a pretty inexpensive reel. Again, I don't want anything stolen. And a Tournament Pro GSX by Gander Mountain also. One thing often overlooked is fly fishing presentation to bass. In highly fished areas, nobody's fly fishing. So whenever you present some poppers and some topwater flies or even some really large bass flies, you get a lot of really good strikes that most guys won't get. That's why I carry an 8-foot, 7 to 8 weight fly reel. On top of the actual reel and rod that I carry along with me, you of course need to have something to snack on to keep yourself occupied. Dated seeds do it for me. Because they're resealable, you can take them with you again. In the back of my vehicle, I always carry a couple boxes of tackle. This is usually with some hard tackle and some hard baits, extra hooks, and line. Old ammo boxes do the trick as well for keeping stuff like tools, extra line, extra plastics, as well as any additional reels you might want to take along with you. Now let's talk about what I actually carry on my back when I'm actually at the lake. Okay? Usually my vehicle's not too far, so I can come back to it if I need to. But I like to have a good supply of stuff on me when I'm actually on the pond, lake, river, whatever it may be. So first and foremost, I've got a really cool little pack here. Okay? It's made by Outdoor Products. It's actually technically like a bladder-filled beverage backpack for hiking or skiing or whatever. This is I actually modified it to be used for fishing. So first, I just want to point out that on the front, okay, I use this for fly fishing. Like I told you, I fly fish a lot. On that, I have a few little mini tools here. I have my hemostats, okay, on a zipper. And then as well, I have a pair of snips, or nips, rather. And that's all attached to the front of my pack. That's easy access. If I'm walking with it on there already, all I have to do, even if I'm in the river, snip, okay? Pull it right off, snip. Pull it right off, and it's always attached to my person. In the largest compartment, I have a small, almost toiletry bag full of, well, guess what? Plastics, okay? This is the best way I've noticed to hold all the plastics and keep them organized And the best part is this bag fits back into this bag. So always have a bunch of plastics on hand, different types, varying sizes, varying shapes, swim baits versus stick baits versus you name it. You gotta carry it because you never know what's gonna hit that day. In addition to that, I have one small, okay, prioritized Plano or Flambeau or whatever kind of case it's gonna be. Now, this is what I usually plan on carrying that day, and it's usually a good variety of stuff. Some good go-tos, different types of baits. For example, got a hula hopper in this one, or hula popper. Got a couple Rapala crankbaits, some lipless crankbaits, some a bunch of hooks, different kinds of hooks, different sizes, topwater frog, and then also a couple, like tackle items. For example, hooks, sinkers, you name it. In that same pouch, next pouch, we have, because I like to do so, okay, I got spoons and things like that, but also we're starting to get into some of my flies and spinners. I just carry with me some UV protection, kind of like a bass line angler would on a boat. If I'm going to be out there for 4 hours, you can get burned. Here's a really big one too. Most people don't carry this with them, and they really should. A little first aid kit would save a day on the water. Say you get a bad hook in your hand, okay? Usually, most of the time, if you take it out the right way, slap a Band-Aid on and you're good to go, instead of having to go to the hospital or go somewhere to get it cleaned out. Okay? A good first aid kit can save a day on the water and a monster fish. One cool thing I've done to the front of this pack is, if you notice, there's a mesh pouch down here, and I sewed in a Velcro thing here. Well, this serves for two purposes. This is actually my, you can call it a selfie stick, but my underwater camera holder, okay? So I strap my camera onto this, dip it underneath to get good footage of fish. You can also put your rod in here and then wrap this around your rod, it's Velcro, and it holds your rod up if you need to hike. Got my rod camera mount. We'll get into what camera I use in a second. Of course, I have a fish scale. I have a rubber glove, okay, in case, for example, I catch like a bullhead, okay, or a catfish, and it has spines, and I want to be careful. I don't want to, again, get finned or anything like that, and have to ruin my day on the water. Preparation is key. All right. What else? Next pouch. This one's kind of a personalized thing for me. Like I told you, I love fly fishing, so I've got a couple flies here. I also, in a separate, I haven't yet to transfer them, but got a bunch of bass poppers right here. Okay, so that's usually individualized to me, of course, because I like to fly fish. But if not, you can carry another small box of tackle with you in that pouch. These are all helpful things that I've found, and the best ways to find, a good backpack. You don't want to carry a massive backpack because it's cumbersome and it lunks around. You want to carry a medium-sized backpack and just stuff it strategically like Tetris. Now, for filming fishing, a lot of guys use GoPros. I found a lot of success with an Ion Air Pro. Okay, it's much cheaper, just as good a quality, and you can also have the Wi-Fi capability, like you would, for example, with a GoPro Black. Okay. And it's pretty light. There you go, guys. That's what I take with me on a day trip of fishing to the lake or pond. If you have any suggestions of what maybe I should start carrying, or what you might want to tell other people what they should carry, put it in the comments below. If you like the video, head on over to our Facebook. It's Twig and Timber Archery and Outdoors. Okay, that's on Facebook. We have a great group of guys on there. We're getting a nice sized group going. Also, follow us on Twitter at Twig and Timber. Follow us on Instagram at Twig and Timber, and looking forward to seeing what you guys catch, what you guys harvest this summer and fall. Catch you guys on the flip side.